Let's open up our Bible to Jeremiah chapter 10
我们打开圣经，看耶利米书第10章，
and read chapter 10 verses 1 through 16.
我们从第1节读到第16节。好，我们同声来读：以色列家，要听耶和华对你们所说的话。耶和华如此说：你们不要效法列国的行为，也不要为天象惊惶，因列国为此事惊惶。众民的风俗是虚空的，他们在树林中用斧子砍伐一棵树，匠人用手工造成偶像，他们用金银装饰它，用钉子和锤子打稳，使它不动。它好像棕树，是选成的，不能说话，不能行走，必须有人抬着。你们不要怕它，它不能降祸，也无力降福。耶和华没有能比你的，你本为大，没的名。万国的王啊，谁不敬畏你？敬畏你本是合宜的。因为在列国的智慧人中，虽有政权权荣，也不能比拟。他们尽都是畜生，是愚昧的。偶像的训诲算什么呢？偶像不过是木头，有银子打成片，是从他施带来的，并从乌法带来的金子，都是匠人和银匠的手工。又有蓝色、紫褐的衣服，都是巧匠的工作。唯有耶和华是真神，是活神，是永远的王。他一发怒，大地震动；他一恼恨，列国都担当不起。你们要对他如此说：不是造天地的神，必从地上、从天上被除灭。
All right. Thank you. Let's look in verse 1.
我们看第1节。
Hear the word of the Lord, which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel.
以色列家，要听耶和华对你们所说的话。
Now, here we have a satire on idolatry.
这里我们看到对拜偶像的讽刺。
There is a sense in which God is mocking idols and mocking those who would be drawn to them.
从一个角度，神在讽刺挖苦那些偶像和那些被偶像所吸引的人。
We never want to measure sin by comparing one sin to another.
我们不要借着比较一个罪跟另外一个罪来衡量罪的严重性。
But when we look at the nation of Israel,
但是当我们看到以色列，
we can see God being very generous in His mercy with them.
我们看到神对待以色列人是非常的宽宏大量怜悯，
Until it comes to the point of idolatry.
直到他们拜偶像这忍无可忍的地步。
Now remember what we said this afternoon.
记得我们下午所说的吗？
There is a sense in which all the other sins flow out of idolatry.
从一个角度啊，所有其他的罪恶都是从拜偶像的源头生发出来的。
They are the result of a wrong view of God.
他们都是因着对神的错误的认识而产生的。
They are the result of a rejection of God's revelation.
这些罪都是对神的启示的拒绝而生发出来。
Now, an unbeliever has a morally depraved nature.
一个不信主的人呢，在道德上是败坏的，这是他的本性。
Which opposes the righteousness and holiness of God.
他跟神的公义、跟神的圣洁是顶撞的。
And they hate God.
他们恨恶神。
Now, in the believer,
但是在信徒里头，
a believer has been regenerated.
他已经重生了。
We have a new nature,
我们有一个新的本
a
性，
new heart,
一个新的心，
a renewed mind.
一个更新的心智。
All of that is true, and you cannot overemphasize the reality of that miracle.
这些都是事实，我们不能够否认这个奇迹的事实。
Yet at the same time, there is still something left of fallen humanity within us.
在我们里头仍然有那个堕落人性的 罪恶的本性。
It is not who we now are.
我们还没有成为我们当成为的样式，
It is not our identity.
这不是我们的本质啊。
As an identity, we are children of God.
我们的真正的身份是神的儿女，
And we are new creatures.
我们是新造的人。
Yet at the same time, there remains in us this aspect of our fallen humanity, and it's called the flesh.
但是在我们里头仍然残余的这个罪恶的堕落人类的这个本性，叫做肉体。
It's very difficult to define that term with exactitude.
我们用严谨的、用正确的言辞来定义这个肉体不容易啊。
But we know there is something in us
但我们知道，在我们里头有些东西
that continues to fight against who we now are,
仍然跟我们的真正的身份在作对，
that opposes the will of God.
跟神的旨意在抵挡。
And you need to understand something. There's a part of you that will continue to want to fashion God in your own image.
你要了解，在里头有一个部分想要照着自己的形象来造神，
And we must be very, very careful
我们必须要非常的谨慎小心，
because even believers can have a distorted view of God.
因为就算是基督徒，也可能对神有一个扭曲的、错误的认识，
And it will lead to all sorts of sins.
这个会导致很多各种各样的罪恶。
Hold your place, but I want you to go for a moment to Psalms chapter 50.
好，手指放在这里啊，然后翻到诗篇第50篇，50篇，
Psalms chapter 50,
诗篇50篇
verse 17.
17节。
For you hate discipline and you cast my words behind you.
其实你恨恶管教，将我的言语丢在后头。
All right, they take God's words and they cast them behind them.
他们把神的话语置之脑后，
They don't want to hear the truth about God.
他们不愿意听到有关神的真实性。
As a result of that, it causes them to malfunction everywhere,
因此呢，他们就一错百错，
to fall into error in every area of their life.
他们生命中的方方面面都偏离了正路。
Look at verse 18.
看18节，
When you see a thief, you are pleased with him and you associate with adulterers.
你见了盗贼就乐意与他同伙，又与行奸淫的人一同有份。
How can they do that?
他们怎么可以这样子呢？
Because they've rejected God's word.
因为他们弃绝神的话语，
They've cast it behind
他
them.
们把神的话语置之脑后。
Verse 19.
19节，
You let your mouth loose in evil and your tongue frames deceit.
你口任说恶言，你舌编造诡诈。
They're able to lie and deceive.
他们能够撒谎骗人，不眨眼。
Now, how can they do that?
他们怎么能够这样子呢？
Because they have cast God's word behind
因
them.
为他们把神的话语置之脑后。
Verse 20.
20节
You，sit and speak evil against your brother. You slander your own mother's son.
你坐着毁谤你的兄弟，你残毁你母亲的儿子。
Here we see envy,
我们看到这里的嫉妒，
jealousy,
这种扭曲的酸溜溜的心态，这
hostility.
种恶意仇恨呢？
How can they do
他
that?
们怎么能这样呢？
Because they have taken God's word and cast it behind
因
them.
为他们拿起神的话语丢在背后，置之脑后。
Now look at verse 21.
再看21节啊，
These things you have done, and I kept silent.
你行了这些事，我还闭口不言。
Now, this is one of the greatest judgments of God.
这是神的最大的审判之一
It
啊！
really is.
真的，
When God doesn't speak.
当神保持沉默的时候，这是最大的
You
审
see,
判。
He already gave them His law.
你说神已经把他的律法赐下了，
And what did they do?
他们怎么样？
They took it and they threw it behind them.
把神的话置之脑后。
And He says, Now,
他说：“现在，
you didn't want my word.
既然你不要我的话语，
I'm not going to give it to you.
那我就不再把我的话向你启示了，
I'm going to cut the rope.
我就把绳子切断，
I'm going to let you run
我就任凭你，随便你，
and keep silent.
我要保持沉默了，不理你了。”
One of the greatest demonstrations of God's grace
神的恩典的最大的彰显之一呢，
is for Him to reveal Himself and His will to us.
就是把他的旨意，把他自己向我们显明。
Possibly the greatest manifestation of His judgment
也许他的最大的审判之一，
is to draw the curtain close
就是把窗帘给关上，
and to no longer speak.
他就不再说话了，闭
to
口
no
不
longer
言了，
correct,
不再纠正你，不再管
to
教你
no
了，
longer guide.
不再引导你了，不理你了，
That's frightening.
这是吓人的事
Now
任凭你。
Look at verse 21.
看看21节啊，
These things you have done, and I kept silence.
你行了这些事，我还闭口不言。
You
你想，
thought that I was like you.
你想我恰和你一样？
There you go.
看到没有？
Right there.
在这儿，就在这儿。
That's the problem with every wayward deist.
这是每一个走偏路的有神论者的问题的根源。有神论者，
Now, what is a deist?
什么是一个有神论者？
It's someone who believes that there is a God.
就是他相信有神，没错，
Okay?
没错，他信有神，
But that's as far as they go.
他只信有神而已，仅此而已。
And the great majority of this world believes there is a God.
世上大多数人都相信有神的存在，他知道神存在，
But almost everywhere in the world,
但是几乎每一个
when people talk about their belief in God,
当他们讲到他们信神的时候，
you ask that person, what is your God like?
你问他你所信的神是什么样的神呢？
And you will see
你会
very
发现，
quickly
很快发
that
现，
they have formed a God in their own image.
他们照着自己的形象造出一个神来，
Their God is like them.
他们所敬拜的神就跟他们自己
And
一样。
brothers and sisters, this doesn't just happen in other religions.
弟兄姊妹，这不仅仅发生在其他的宗教异教当中而已
This
啊，
happens within the context of what is called evangelical
这
Christianity.
样的事情发生在所谓的福音派的圈子里头。
Tomorrow morning, there will be churches throughout North America that have thousands of people in them.
明天早上，这礼拜天早上，在整个北美会有成千上万的人，
Some of them 10,000, 20,000 people in a single congregation.
有一些大教会1万人、10万人，哇，
And
大教
they'll
会
be，raising their hands.
他们会举手敬拜，
And they will be singing at the top of their lungs,
他们
top
会
of their
全
voices.
力以赴的在歌颂赞美。
But if you were to hand out a piece of paper to every one of them
如给他们每个人发一张表，
and say, describe your God,
然后叫他们形容他们所信的神是什么样的神
or，if you were to make lists of all the classic attributes of God
你把神所有的典型的他的属性都
and say,
列出来，
check off the attributes that your God has,
然后告诉我们你所认识的神什么样的属性。
you would find
你
that
会发现
Sunday morning in North America
礼拜天在美国，在北美
was the greatest time
是
of idolatry in the week.
是整个礼拜最大的拜偶像的日子。
Because many of them are not worshiping the God of the Bible as
因为
he reveals
许
himself
多
in the
人
Bible.
许多人所敬拜不是圣经所启示的这一位真正的上帝。
I can't tell you how many times I have preached on the attributes of God,
我不能够告诉你多少次，当我讲到神的属性的时候，
and not according to Paul Washer.
不是按照我自己的意思。
I'm talking about if you were to take 2,000 years of Christian history
我讲的是你把这2000年的教会历史，
and bring the mainstream general view of who God
你
is
把正统的对神的属性的认识
and preach that to people today.
传讲给今天的教会听。
Probably half of evangelicalism would say, that's not my God.
可能大多数的所谓的福音派会说：“你讲的神不是我所信的神，
My God's not like
我的
that.
神不是这样，
My God is a God of love.
我的神是爱的神，
He's not a God of justice.
他不是一位公义的神。”
You see?
看到没有？
And so just because you go in a place and the music is wonderful
你到一个地方去，那个敬拜、那个唱诗赞美，好像很美好
and it's professional
哦，而且
and
很高，
everybody,
唱
you
得很
know,
美
they've，got the typical hands in the air
每个人都是手高举
and
在
their
天
eyes
上
are，closed
眼睛
and
闭
they're
上
swaying back and
啊，
forth.
摇
And
摇
it's
晃
so
晃，哇，
beautiful.
好美好哦。
It could be nothing more than idolatry.
其实可能就是在拜偶像，
What God are they worshiping?
他们在敬拜
See,
什么样的
you
神
don't
呢？
have just to make an idol out of wood.
你没有必要用木头找一个偶像，
And you don't have to just make your car an idol
你没有必要叫你的车变成你的偶像，
or your relationships an
或
idol.
者你的爱情感情
Or
成为
your
偶像
money an idol.
或者钱财做偶像。
You can do it religiously.
你可以用宗教造一个偶像。
There are so many people devoted to a God of prosperity. Do you realize that?
多少人在敬拜那个成功神学，
They're
那是他的偶
devoted
像
to a God of healing.
或者是健康医治的偶
They're
像，
devoted to a God of your best life now.
或者在地上享受美好人生，这成他们的偶像，他们所追求的敬
If
拜
you。were to begin to preach to them the God of the Bible, they would stomp out of the building in anger.
如果你
I've
跟他
seen them
们
do it.
你跟他们传讲圣经里的这位神，他们会气呼呼的扭头就走。我见过许多这样的人
You，see, this is
你
idolatry.
看没有？这是拜偶像。
You thought I was like you.
你想我恰和你一样？
He's saying, I'm not like you.
神说，其实我要责备你，我根本不像你。
I remember listening to the radio, it was a couple years ago,
我记得几年前我在听
and a
广
song
播，
a song came out that was basically saying,
有
you
一首
know,
诗歌，基
I
本
wish
上
God was like us.
我巴不得神像我一
Why can't
样。
God be like us?
为什么神不能像我们一样呢？
And I'm driving down the
我
road
正在开车，
and I look up to heaven
我看天上，
for just a moment.
看了
I didn't want to drive off the road.
我不是一直看，我就看
And I'm
一眼
just saying,
啊。我说
Lord,
主啊，
I don't agree with this.
我不同意这
Just
家
so
伙，
you know,
我让你知道，主啊，
I don't want you to be like me.
我不要你像我一
I
样，
don't want you to be like him.
我也不要像
I
他，
don't want you to be like any of these people.
我也不要神像任何人我们
Because
当
if
中
you
一个人一
are,
样。
I
如
have
果你
no
像我
hope.
们一样的话，我就完蛋了，我没指望。
But he says, you thought I was like you.
你想我恰和你一样？
And then in 21, he says, I will reprove you
21节，
and
其
state
实
the case in order before your eyes.
我要责备你，将这些事摆在你的眼前。
Now, he says he's going to do this.
神说他会
He's
这样
going to
做，
rebuke these
他会
people
责备这些人，
and he's going to state the case in front of them.
他会把他们的罪状摆在他们的面前。
He's not only going to say, you're wrong,
他不仅说你错了，
but he's going to go, you're wrong here,
他会告诉他你错在这
You're
儿，
wrong here.
你错在那儿，
and you're wrong
你
here.
错在那儿。
Just like a lawyer, he's
就
going to
像
go
一个
down
律师一
through
样
the case
他会把他的罪状一一的陈明，
until you are absolutely convinced you are wrong.
直到你哑口无言，你承认你在神面前罪大恶极。
And let me tell you something.
让我告诉你，
That's going to happen.
那一天一定会发生的，
神面前最大。
It's either going to happen now
是现在发生呢，
or it's going to happen later.
或者将来发生，都会发生。
You want it to happen now.
你巴不得现在发生，
You want a preacher to come to you
你巴不得现在有个传道人来，
who's going to open up the Bible
把圣经敞开，
and is going to preach what the Bible says about God.
按着正义讲解神是什么样一位神。
And he's going to go down step by step who God is.
他会一步一步的告诉你神是怎么样一
And
位
he's
神。
going to reprove you. He's going to rebuke you. He's going to tell you you're wrong.
他会责备你，他会让你的错误曝光，告诉
And
你
he's
错
going
在
to
这，
tell
错在
you
那，
you need to conform to this.
告诉你你应该要效法
You
神的
better
样式。
pray that happens now
你巴不得神现在让你做
and
这样
not on
的
the
事，
day of
而
judgment.
不是到审判的日子才责备你。
If you're wrong about God,
如果你对神有错误的认识，
you want that fixed now,
你现在就要解决这个问
not
题，
on the day of judgment.
不是到审判的日子，太晚了。
The most gracious thing God can ever do for us is tell us we're wrong when we're wrong.
神能为我们所做的最蛮有恩典的事，是告诉我们错在哪儿，把真话告诉我们。
And the worst thing that can happen to us
能够发生在我们身上最糟糕的事是，
is for God just to let you go.
就是神任凭你
Keep following that God of prosperity.
继续跟随那个兴旺的、成功的神吧，
Keep following that typical evangelical God.
继续去崇拜那流行的、普遍流行福音派所敬拜的那个神吧，任凭。
That's a terrible thing.
这是件可
Now
怕
look what
的
he
事。
says.
好，注意他说什么
Verse 22.
？22节，
Now consider this, you who forget God.
你们忘记神的，要思想这事。
He said, oh, we didn't forget God.
说我们哪里忘记神了？
We were in church every Sunday.
我每个礼拜去教堂啊，做
You
礼拜
can,
啊
you。can be in church every Sunday and forget God.
你可能每个礼拜做礼拜，仍然忘记神。
You forget God
你忘记神，
When you take God's word and throw it behind you,
当你拿起神的话置之脑后，不当回事儿。
when you don't try to discover who God is from
当
this
你
book,
不从这本书里头来寻求神，认识他
and
是
you
怎么样一
go
位
and
神，
invent your own God,
你去发明创造自己要的神，
you have forgotten God.
你就已经忘记神
Now
了。
look what he says.
好，注意他说什么？
Now consider this, verse 22, you who
22
forget God.
你们要这些忘记神的，要思想这事。
When he's saying consider this, he's saying repent, do
当他
something
说
about
思
it.
想这事，他的意思说要悔改哦，赶快悔改，
Or I
采取行动
will tear you in pieces and there will be none to deliver.
免得我把你们撕碎，无人搭救。
Tear you to pieces?
把你们撕碎。
Have you ever seen somebody torn to pieces?
你有没有见过有人被撕碎的，五马分尸？
You ever seen an animal torn to pieces?
你有没有看到一只畜生被撕裂的？
This is really strong language.
这是非常强烈的语言呐、
Do you see that?
看到吗？
Now let's go back to Jeremiah.
再回到耶利米，
Look in verse 1,
看看第1节，
Jeremiah 10,
第
verse
10
1.
章第1节，
Now just look at the repetition.
看看这个重复的话，
In the Hebrew language, repetition is so important.
在希伯来文呢、重复是在强调非常重要的事
When,
儿。
when you and I want to emphasize something, we raise our voice.
当你我要强调一件事儿，我们就加重语气啊，说话大
If,
声点
if。we're writing, we may put it in bold letters.
如果我们写作的话，我们就用那个粗体字来表达。
But in the literature of the Old Testament,
但在旧约的文学里头，
there's repetition.
就会重复了。
There's what's called a Hebrew parallelism.
我们称之为希伯来文的平行句。
Holy, holy, holy.
圣在，圣在，圣在。
Repetition.
这是重复咯。
A Hebrew parallelism would be something like this.
希伯来的平行句会这样子啊。
The wicked shall not dwell in the land.
那作恶的不能住在地上，
The sinner shall be destroyed.
罪人必被剪除。
It's talking about the same thing.
讲的是同样的事，
It's
重复
just a
两次，
repetition
是一个重复。
with a change in the second verse
但是在第2节里头
for
用不同
further
的词，
clarification.
为了讲得更清楚，
Do you see
更
that?
明白，看到没有？
Now look what he says here
好，注意他说什
in
么。
verse 1.
第1节，
Hear the word of the Lord which the Lord speaks to you.
以
See
色列
that?
家要听耶和华对你们所说的话，
It's repetition.
这是一个重复了。
Hear the word of the Lord
要听耶和华对你们说的话，
which the Lord speaks to you.
就是耶和华要对你们
Now
说
when
的。
when he does something like that,
当他这
prepare
样
yourself.
重复的时候，你必须要做好准备哦。
Especially when he goes beyond repetition.
特别是当他再次重
And
复
we，see a triple
我们
reference.
看到3次的重复，
Hear the word of the Lord
要听耶和华的话，
which the Lord speaks to you.
耶和华对你们说的，
Thus says the Lord.
耶和华如此说。第2节，
You see that?
看到没有？
He's getting your attention.
他
If
在叫你注意，注
you
意，
know
注意。
anything about biblical literature, he's saying you better put your ears on.
如果你明白圣经文学的话，你就必须要竖耳听，
Verse
洗耳恭
2.
听。第2节，
Do not learn the ways of the nations.
你们不要效法列国的行为。
Oh my goodness.
哇，天哪，
That was Israel's problem, wasn't
这
it?
是以色列的问题，对不对？
They were constantly trying to adapt to the nations.
他们不断要效法列国的行为，
Constantly trying to be acceptable to the nations.
不断要得到列国的接纳。
When Israeli culture came into conflict with Greek culture, when the two met together,
当以色列人的文化跟希腊文化就产生了冲突的时候，混在一块儿的时候，
many of the young Jews went to extremes to appear Greek.
很多的年轻的犹太人就竭尽全力要效法这些希腊人，要跟他们一样。
We want people to accept
我们
us.
巴不得人们接纳我们，
We don't want people to think we're some religious kook.
我们不愿意别人认为我们是这些宗教狂热者，
We don't want them to think we're backward or stupid.
我们不要让别人觉得我们已经落伍了。
And so there's this constant tendency in us to cast the word of God behind us
所以我们这里头有一种倾向，要把神的话置之脑后，
and conform
然后
to the nations.
要效法世界的，像列国的模样。
I want to tell you, in this last year,
我要告诉你啊，这过去几年来啊，
I have seen this in the evangelical church.
我看到福音派教会正在走这条路，
It's like a landslide
就像滑坡一样，
in which evangelicals and evangelical leaders are just falling for everything the nation puts before them.
福音派跟福音派的领袖不断的在陷入列国给你的诱饵，效法他们，
Conformity
不
to
断的
the
效法，
nations.
学他们的样，学他们样，
You see?
看到没有？学世界，效法世界。
He says,
他说
do not learn the ways of the
他说
nations.
不要效法列国的行为。
Now, I want you to think about this as God's people.
你身为神的儿女啊，我让你好好考虑，
Don't be tutored by those who hate God.
不要被那些恨恶神的人所教导，
Don't learn their ways.
不要效法他们的行
Now,
为。
you can do this actively.
你可以积极这样做，
You can do it
也
passively.
可能消极被动的效
Let
法
me give
他
you an
们。
example.
让我给你一个例
Let's
子，
say you sleep 8 hours a
譬
day.
如说你每天睡8个钟头啊，
So you're awake 16 hours a day.
所以你16个钟头你都是醒着的。
You are awake 16 hours a day in a fallen world.
你在一个堕落世界当中，你是清醒的，
You are surrounded primarily by fallen people.
周围的人都是堕落的人、败坏的人，
And then there is the spirit of this age.
然后有这个世界的灵啊，世界的精神，
All the spiritual forces in this world that are opposed to God.
这世界上抵挡神的属灵的这些压力，
The political and the cultural currents that are trying to drag you around.
这文化上的、政治上的这个潮流啊，一直在影响你，在拉你。
If you start preschool or kindergarten,
如果你开始幼儿园或者刚开始上学，
already the anti-Christian influences are there
那敌基督的势力已经存在啦，
all the way through the 12th grade.
一直到你上高中上完，
Constantly being bombarded by the lies of the nations.
你不断被世界的谎言、各国列国的谎言被他们轰
Constantly,
炸轰
your
炸，
faith is being
你
destroyed.
的信心不断被挑战，
Constantly, you're being pressured to conform.
不断的有压力要塑造你，要效
You
法
go
这世
on to
界。
college 4 years, it's the same thing.
你上大学4年也是
You
这样，
go into the workplace, it's the same
你去工
thing.
作在公司里头也是这样，哇，那个压
The
力，
music playing on the subway, it's the same thing.
在你地铁里头那个听到的音乐都是这样，
The television shows in the movie industry.
哇，那电视上的那些节目啊、电影啊都是这样，连续剧啊
Everywhere you go,
所到之处，
you're being bombarded with the lessons of this fallen world that are opposed to
这
God.
个抵挡神的堕落世界不断在轰炸你，哇，
And so what are you going to do?
你该咋办？
So you read a verse a day for 5 minutes?
你每天读圣经，读一节圣经，读5分钟，够了吗？
Read some little devotional magazine for, 15
你读
minutes?
一些什么心灵鸡汤，手机里头或者什么杂志里头5
You
分钟，
gotta be kidding me, right?
开玩笑，是不是？
You go to church Sunday,
你礼拜天做个礼拜，
it's entertainment.
然后娱乐一下。
Go to this really great praise band.
你参加这个赞美敬拜团，
Hear a preacher up there telling you about life principles of how you can make your life better.
听到一个传道人这些生命的原则，怎么样更好的过日子，1、2、3、4，
And so you're ready to take on 16 hours a day of bombardment of the enemy.
你就可以面对每天16个钟头的
You have got to
仇敌的
be
挑
kidding.
战。你开玩笑，
And then you come to someone like me,
然后你到我面前，
and you say, I can't figure out why I can't stand.
我不知道为什么我在这世界站立不住啊
I can't figure out why I'm not growing.
为什么我生命不长进啊？
It's a mystery.
这是一个
The
奥秘
Christian
啊！
life is a mystery.
基督徒的生活是个奥秘，
Got to be kidding me.
你在开玩笑？
Don't eat for 40 days.
40天不吃饭试试看。
After 40 days, are you going to come to me and say this?
40天之后，你到我面前，你说
I feel so weak.
我感到好软弱，
It's a mystery.
这真是个奥秘，奥秘，
It's a mystery.
奥秘吗？
Every hour at when the clock strikes the second hand strikes 12 every hour of the day.
每个钟头那时针就咚咚咚。每
I want
天
you to get up out of your seat, walk over to a brick wall, and slam your head into it.
我要你站起来，然后到墙边撞一下头。
Then after a week of doing that,
1个礼拜之后，
come to me and say this.
然后到我面前说
I got like this big wound on my：“ head,
我头上有一个大伤口啊，
and I don't know
我
why.
不晓得咋回事儿。”
And I'm going to say this.
我会告诉你，
Well, I'm no doctor, but I think I figured out the problem.
我虽然不是医生了，但
Stop
是
banging your head
但
against
我
the
知道你
wall.
的问题所在，你不要再撞墙了。
It's the same thing.
同样的道理，
Really?
真的吗？
We live in an anti-Christ world
我们活在一个敌基督的世界里头，
where everything is designed to keep you from walking with Christ.
这一切都在拦阻你认识基督。
You're constantly under bombardment and spiritual warfare,
你不断在属灵征战当中遭到轰炸。
and you're going to overcome all this with 10 minutes of Bible reading and prayer.
你每天10分钟祷告读经就可以得胜了吗？
Well, if you do, you'll be the first person in the history of the human race to do that.
如果你胜得了，你是人类历史当中第一个。
We are at war.
我们在打仗啊！
Some of us are going to end our lives in jail.
我们当中有些人最后会落在监狱里。
If you can't run with foot soldiers,
如果平常跑步你都跑不动，
how are you going to be able to run against horses?
你跟马怎么赛跑？
If you can't run where the ground is level and easy,
在平原上你都跑不动，
how are you going to run through the thorny thickets?
你怎么能够跑过那个荆棘丛林呢？披荆斩棘呢？
This is not about just becoming super spiritual.
我们讲的不是成为超级属灵啊，
This is about spiritual survival.
这是最基本的属灵的生存
I'm
条件。
not being dramatic here.
我讲的没有什么戏剧化，没有什
You're
么。
constantly being taught of the nations.
你不断被这个世界所同化，在教导
And to be
你。
honest with you, when I hear some preaching,
真的，当我听到一些人讲到，
I can't discern a difference between that preaching and the nations.
我听不出来他那个教导，讲台教导跟世界的教导有什么不同。
And then we wonder why we're so weak.
然后我们就不知道为什么自己那么软弱
He。says, do not learn the ways of the
他
nations.
说：“你不要效法这列国
And
的
do
行
not
为。”
be terrified by the signs of the heavens.
再回到第10章第2节，也不要为天象惊惶。
Listen,
好，注意听。
if you learn from the nations,
如果你效法列国的行为，
you're going to have the fears of the nations.
你也会害怕他们所害怕的东西。
You know, people are terrified
你知
today.
道，世人啊，吓得半死哦，
I mean, they are terrified.
真的，他们害怕。
The seas are going to drown us.
大海会把我们给淹没了。
Meteors are going to hit us.
一个外头的流星要
The
轰
sun's
炸
going
世
to
界，
burn us up.
太阳会太热，这个会把
The
我们热死。
environment's
哇，
collapsing.
这个环境会崩
Everyone's
溃
going to
啊，
starve to
每
death.
个人都会饿死啦。
I mean, it's unbelievable what you hear on the
难以
news.
置信，在新闻上所听到这些消息，
Although most of it's not true, let's say that it was true.
虽然这大多数不是真的，那我们就假设是真的。
What would be your solution?
那你的答案是什么？
What would be your stronghold?
你的保障是
Where
什
would you
么？
find strength?
你在哪里会得到能力
In a
胜过
God
这些？
that you yourself made?
在一位你自己所造出来的神里面找到能力吗？
Or in the God of the heavens and the earth?
或者这位创天造地的
Let
神
me
里
give you
面？
an illustration I gave you this morning.
让我给你一个我今天早上讲过的例子啊。
The doctor has actually told my wife, we're so sorry we lost your husband.
医生告诉我的妻子啊，对不起，你丈夫已经过了，死了。
I said, what did you think?
那你怎么想的？
She said I was sad,
应该悲伤吗？
but there's a God.
但是神仍然活着，
There's a God.
神在，
I will go on.
我会继续再接
I
再
will
厉，
continue.
我会继
I
续
will
面
raise
对，
this family.
我会养活我的家庭，
I will not fall apart.
我不会崩溃的。
But why?
为什么？
Because I know who God is.
因为我知道是我所信的神是谁，
You see that?
看到吗？
Or when they said to her, well, your husband's alive, you know, and everyone's saying, God is so good, God is so good.
医生跟我妻子说，你丈夫活过来了。哎呦，每个人都说，哎呀，神真美好，神真好啊！
And my wife had that look on her face.
我妻子
Like,
脸上那个
what's
表情。
wrong with you people?
你们这些人咋回事儿？有毛病啊！
If my husband had died, God is still good.
就算我老公死了，神仍然是美好的。
He didn't become good because he did what I wanted.
不是因为我求他，他应允了我，他就是位好神
You。got this all reversed.
你们本末倒置了，
He's God.
他本来就是神，
He's good.
他本来就是良善
Whether
的。
my husband survives or not.
管我丈夫活着还死了，神都是美好
Did you see
的。
that?
你看到没有？
How can she be so strong? Sometimes I looked at in the 2 years of hell we went through, how could this woman be so strong?
我们经历这2年的人间地狱一样的生活，他怎么能够保持这样的强
It has
壮呢
nothing？to do with strength.
哎，这跟他的能力无关，
We have a God
因为我们有一位神，
who controls the
他
universe.
掌管宇宙万物。
My wife is never going to come up to me and say, I could never live without you.
我老婆不会到我面前说没有你我就活不下去了。
She would say something like this.
相反的，她会说
I don't really want to live without you,
我不愿意没有你啊，
but I can.
但是没有你我照
I
样
can.
活下去，没问题，我能，
Because you see, I'm not her world.
因为我不是她的整个世界，
God is.
神才是。
Do you see that?
你看到吗？
It is so important to see.
你看到这一点非
You see-
非常重要。
Fear is not eliminated as you grow stronger.
不是因着你变得更强壮，恐惧就消失了。
Fear becomes eliminated the more you see who God
你
is.
越看到神是怎么样一位神，你的惧怕就会消失掉，烟消云散。
I remember when my children I started having children,
我记得我开始生孩子了啊，
and I thought to myself,
我就自己想啊
I got to get back in the gym.
啊，我得回到，
I got to start fighting again,
我要再学习打仗，
and I need to get a few guns,
我
few
要
more guns.
多买几支枪。
Because you look at these children,
你看看这些孩子
I，say I got to protect them.
我必须要保护他们，
This is my family.
因为这是我的家庭啊，
I got to be ready to die
我
for
必
these
须
kids.
为我的孩子愿意为他们死啊。
And then you realize something.
但你忽然发现
It，doesn't matter how strong you are,
不论你多么强壮，
how well you can fight,
或者你的功夫多么高
or how
明，
many guns you have in the
或
house.
者家里头买了多少支枪，
You can't protect your children.
你仍然保护不了自己的
You
儿
can't
女，
even protect yourself.
你自己都自身难保。
Strength comes from knowing who God is.
能力乃是来自于认识神是怎么样一位神。
The book of Daniel talks about a time towards the end of Daniel that
在
is
但以理书
literally a time of great fear,
末了讲到有一段要叫人惊惶、叫人害怕的
a
日子，
time of terrible turmoil.
很可怕的
But it's-
整个世界颠倒的时
But it
时代。
says the ones who know their
但
God
讲到那认识他们神的
will do great things.
会刚强，
You are
成就大
always
事。
going to be terrified as the world is terrified.
你总会被这个世界所惊惶的事情所吓倒。
As long as you have a God like theirs.
只要你有他们的神的话，你一定会惊惶、会害怕的。
As long as the God you have is the God you made, you're going to be afraid.
只要你所信的神是你自己按着自己形象所造出来的，你一定会害怕、
Now-
会惊惶的。
I want to just change for a moment, and I want to
我们
look
暂时换个话题啊，
at those religions and cultures that actually still do have idols.
我们看看那些宗教、那些文化，他们还在拜偶像，那
And
些
that's very prevalent.
这是非常普遍的现象啊。
Buddhism,
佛教、
Hinduism,
印度教，
Catholicism,
还有天主教，
idols.
充满了偶像。
I mean, I have seen people kissing
我
idols.
看到那些人在跟偶像亲嘴，
I have seen people sacrificing to idols.
向偶像的献祭，
I have seen people giving fruit to idols.
甚至把食物放在偶像面前。
And I always kind of wait around to see when the dude's going to actually eat this stuff.
我往往会在那等待，看看这些偶像什么时候吃食物啊，
It never happens.
从来不会发生的。
Let me tell you a story.
让我跟你讲故事啊，
There is this pastor in Peru up in the mountains.
在 秘鲁在山上有一
He
个
was a-
牧师，
he was a Baptist pastor.
他是一个浸信会的牧师啊，
And he lived in this area where the Catholic Church has this horrendous idol.
他活在一个这个天主教有一有一个很大的偶像的这个
It's
地
this
区里，
idol of Jesus.
这个
And
这个
it's
偶像是耶稣的
it's
像，
got this black wig on and all this makeup. It's horrible
这
looking.
这个耶稣的戴着那个黑色的假发，
And
那
the
个德行
Catholic Church was, and the Catholic people were constantly pressuring him to come and give
天
an
主教
offering,
呢，天天就强迫他来要奉献，
threatening him.
甚至威胁他。
And one day he had enough,
有一天他受够了，
and he said,
他说：“好，
"All right, I'll do
好
it.
我就照办，
I'll do it.
我照办，
Let's go right now, and I'll make an offering."
我现在就去，我就去奉献去。
And man, everyone's just rejoicing, and they're all going to
天主教徒高兴得
they're
不
all
得了，
going to the Catholic
欢喜
cathedral.
快乐就去到天主教堂
They're
里
all
头。
marching and happy.
哇，在那儿
The Baptist pastor is going to give an
哇
offering.
这
you know
庆会的牧师要向我们的神献奉献。哈哈
Little pastor,
啊，这个小牧师呢，
he walks up,
他走上来，
and there's the idol.
那里是个偶像，
There's all the priests and everything.
那些都是天主教的神父啊、祭司啊。
And he says,
他
Lord,
说：“主啊，
I've come to give you an offering.
我来向你奉献。
Lord,
主啊，
are you sleeping?
你在睡觉吗？
Lord, can you not hear me?
主啊，你听不见我在说话吗？
I've come to give an offering.
我来向你奉
You
献。
gone somewhere far away?
你跑掉啦？
Can you not hear me?
你听不见我说
And
话吗？
everybody's getting madder and madder and
大家都
madder.
在那生气啊，都在
They say, put the offering in the box.
赶快把你的奉献放在奉献箱里头。
Pulls out the money.
他拿出那个钱来，
Lord,
主啊，
please wake up.
醒过来吧，
Because they want me to put this money in the box.
因为他们强迫我要奉献。
And to be honest with you,
我说实话，
these guys are thieves.
这些人是
If you don't
强盗
wake up
如果你醒不过
and I
来，
put the money in the
我
box,
把钱放进去
when，everybody leaves, they're coming back and they're going to steal from the box.
每个人离开的时候，他们就会来偷钱的。
And they turn around and said, I'm sorry. Until he comes back, I don't feel safe
他
leaving
转
this
转
money.
过身来头，哎，对不起，我不能奉献，因为他不来的话，我觉得不安全啊，放了就钱就没了。
That's the kind of satire God is using here.
这里神就用这样的讽刺挖
He's
苦，
mocking it.
他在挖苦他们，
And he's mocking those who make them.
他在讽刺那些造神的人。
Why do people make idols?
为什么人会造偶像？
Because they can't tell you what to do.
因为这些偶像不能够吩咐你要做什么，
They don't.
他们办不了啥事儿，
They don't.
他们一无
And
所
you
能。
like that.
你们就喜欢他这样。
I can be real religious,
我可以很敬虔，
but no one's going to tell me what to do.
但没有人可以告诉我该做什么。
No one's going to contradict me in my selfishness.
没有人在我的自私当中能够告诉我不对，
No one is going to demand from me that I love.
没有人能够要求我要爱。
That's why we like idols.
这就是我们要喜欢偶像的原因。
But look what he says. He says in verse 3, For the
看第三节。
customs of the people are delusions, because it is wood cut from the forest, the work of the hands of a craftsman with a cutting tool.
众民的风俗是虚空的，他们在树林中用斧子砍伐一棵树，匠人用手工造成偶像，他们用金银装饰它，用钉子和锤子钉稳，使它不摇动。
And then over in Isaiah,
在以赛亚书啊
it's even worse.
讲得更
He goes,
露骨。
Look, the guy who makes this idol,
你说这个造偶
he
像的
cuts
人，
down a tree.
他把一棵树给砍下来，
He uses part of it to make your God.
用了一部分造出你的神
And the
来，
other part of it, he makes firewood to keep himself warm.
另外一部分当做柴火烧，然后使它能够保暖。
There was another brother up in the mountains of Peru,
另外一个弟兄啊，也住在秘鲁的高山
and
丛
he
林
has
里
an
头。
interesting conversion story.
他有一个很有趣的得救的经历啊，
He was an idol maker for the Catholic Church.
他是一个为天主教造偶像的人。
He
本来啊，
made idols.
他从前是造偶像。
And one day he was making an idol of the Virgin Mary.
有一天他在造童女玛利亚的像，
And he had to get done,
他必须要赶快做完它啊。
and he had run out of material.
然后那个材料没了，
And he needed eyelashes.
他需要为玛利亚造眉毛，
And he couldn't find any eyelashes.
他找不到那个眉毛。
And as he's sitting there at his
他坐在
workbench,
这儿，他坐在那个工作椅子上，
he looks over,
他看过去啊，一看，
the dog.
有只狗，
And he goes over,
他就跑去
takes some scissors,
拿把剪刀
and cuts some hair off the dog.
剪了几只狗毛。
And as he's pasting it on,
当他把眉毛弄上去的时候，
God opened up his mind.
真神开了他的眼睛。
He thought, what am I doing?
他说：“我在干嘛？
I am making an idol out of a dog
我用狗在造神呢，
that people are going to kiss,
人还要亲他嘴呢，
carry around,
然后到处背着他，
bow
抬着他
down to.
向他敬拜，
Do you see?
看到吗？
I mean, do you see how that reduces a human being into
你看，
what? I mean, I don't even know.
这不是贬低人格，贬到什么地步啊？我不知道什么地步。
Now look at verse 4.
看第4节，
They decorate it with silver and with gold.
他们用金银装饰它。
Now, here's something that I really want you to see. This really has a lot to do with the nature of God.
我要你看到这件事啊，这跟神的属性息息相关的。
In Roman Catholicism,
在罗马天主教里头，
if you go to some of the bigger cathedrals,
如果你到那些大礼拜堂里
the
头去，
old cathedrals,
那古老
a
的
lot
典
of
型的，
times behind glass, they will have these robes that the priest would wear.
往往在玻璃的背后，你会看到那祭司，就是他们的神父穿的那个袍子，
And they're amazing.
哇，好漂
Some of
亮！
them are like made out of gold.
有一些就像金子做一样，
And they have these huge broad shoulders.
哇，那个肩膀宽的不得了，
And they flow and they're huge. They're long,
哇，
very
那
long.
非常长的袍子啊，在地上都可以
And，they're glorious.
非常荣耀华
And
丽。
if you put one of those on a man,
如果你把那些袍子穿在一个人身上，
along with the mitre, with the hat,
戴上那个帽子啊，
he
祭
looks
司
like
的帽，
something more than a man.
哇，他看起来比一个人
And then
更
if you
伟大。
stand him up on a
如果
platform
你把它放在讲台上的话，
and the robe is flowing around the platform, he looks giant.
哇，那个袍子啊在讲台上之后，就像一个巨人一样，
He looks like a god.
就像神一样。
And he's a skinny-legged, pot-bellied, bald-headed dude. That's
其
all he
实
is.
他这个光头大肚子，那个脚细细的一个，
It's all fake.
这一切装饰
It's
都
all
是虚
external.
假的，都是外表
So you
的。
got a piece of wood and you've got to dress it up.
所以你照样，你有块木头，你把它装饰起
See,
来。
that's the thing about our God.
我们的神，
You don't have to dress him up.
你没必要装饰他，
He doesn't have to dress him up.
他没有必要装饰自己。
You and I, especially the older we get, the more we're concerned about clothes
你我年纪越大，越想要穿得漂亮点，
to cover up our ugliness.
要把我们那个丑陋给装饰起来，美容一下。
Maybe if I've got pretty shoes on, they won't look at my old droopy face.
也许我有漂亮的鞋子，他们就不会看我这个又老又丑的面孔。
God clothes himself in himself.
但是神用自己来装饰自己，
He wraps himself in his own excellency.
他用自己的美德装饰
He
自己，
doesn't have to be dressed up.
他没有必要被装饰
And
起
he
来，
especially doesn't have to be dressed up by preachers
特别没有必要被传道人装饰起来。
that try to dress God in the clothes of the world so that the world will find him fashionable.
用世界的衣裳把它装饰起来，好叫世人能够看到上帝能够赶上世界的潮流。
Now look at verse 4.
看第4节，
Not only do they decorate him
好，不但他们
because
装饰他，
he has no inherent beauty,
因为这些偶像没有本身的美，
they fasten him down with nails
他们用钉子和锤子把它钉稳，
so that he doesn't fall
使
over.
它不动摇。
Have you ever seen these guys? Sometimes they dress up in these costumes for parties.
你有没有看到那些人穿的那些华丽的衣服去参加宴会？
Like I saw this thing on the internet the other day. It was hilarious.
那天我在网上看到这个事儿啊，笑
This
死人
guy
了。
was wearing this incredible Hulk suit
那个人穿着假的绿巨人的服装，
for this birthday party for these children.
为了参加儿童的生日宴会，
And so, but they had to pull him out of the truck
他们把他从那卡车上拉出来，
because he couldn't bend his arms or his legs.
因为他的手脚都不能够动了，
And then they set him up in all his glory,
然后把他给装饰起来，
and he goes like
架起
this,
来，他就会变成这个样子。
and all the children are running towards him,
小孩都向他跑来
and，then you see him go like
你
this,
看到他这样，
and he falls flat on his
他
face.
就扑 扑隆咚就倒
And
下
he
来，
can't even get his arms out in front of him.
他的手都伸不出来了。
And they have to bring the guy dressed like Spider-Man and Iron Man to pick him back up.
他们要那些什么蜘蛛人呐、把他给扶起来。
And when they did, they picked him up too far and he went the other way.
他们把他扶起来，扶过头了，他又走嘣往后倒了。
Behold your God.
看哪，你的神，
You have to nail his feet to the floor to keep him from falling over.
你要把他脚给钉在地上，免得他跌倒。
Have you ever passed by an idol maker's shop?
你有没有经过一个造偶像的店的门口，在中国或在南美洲有没有经
Or
过
in？ India?
或在印度？
That's what's going on.
就是这样的事儿在发生。
Now, I want to go quickly. Look at verse 5.
再看第5节，我们快看看，
Like a scarecrow in a cucumber field are they.
就好像棕树是悬成的。
Now, you remember what I said?
你记得我说的吗？
It says that they exchanged the glory of God for the glory of man.
他们把神的荣耀换成人的荣耀。
I told you that this
我
afternoon.
们今天下午我们看到，
But I also said it never stops there.
而且还说了，而且不会
Then
仅
they
此
go
而
from
已。
making God out of man
然后他们不仅是按照人的形象造神，
to eventually God out
最
of
后
birds
用
and
飞
animals and
鸟、
crawling
牲
things.
畜，还有那些昆虫造神，对不对？
Here,
这里
now they've made a God that's just a scarecrow. Hebrew text, it talks
在
about
在
a
希伯来
scarecrow.
原文讲到一个稻草人呐、
So think about it.
想想啊、
Have you ever, I have as a little boy, there were scarecrows.
我小的时候在那田里头有稻草人，
And you get up really early in the morning, maybe 9 years old,
一大早起来，也许9岁的时
still
候，
dark.
还天黑的时候，
You
摸
go
摸黑，
out with your dog to hunt.
你带着你的小狗去打猎，
You come around into the field,
你到田里头去，
and here's this horrible monster,
这里有一个可怕的一个妖怪啊，
8 feet tall, hanging there.
8尺高，站在那
And
儿
it，scares you to death.
吓得你要命啊！
And then you realize
那你突然发现
it's，just a stupid scarecrow.
不过是一个可怜的稻草人，
But you shoot it once in the head just to make sure.
但是你要给他头开一枪，免得他活过来。
It can't do anything.
这个稻草人不能做什么，
It can't harm you.
不能伤害你，
It can't save you.
也救不了你，
But you love it.
但你爱他，
Why?
为什么？
Because it can't tell you what to do.
因为他不能够告诉你
And
该
that's
做什么，
always the issue.
这总是问题根源所
It
在。
can't tell you what to do.
他不能够指挥你。
Now, just real quick, let's
好，继续。
compare that to the true God.
我们把这个假神跟真神比较一下。
Look, read verse 5.
好，读第5节
All right. Like a scarecrow in a cucumber field they are. They cannot speak.
好像棕树是悬成，这个讲的是原文是稻草人，他不能说话，
They must be carried.
不能行走，必须有人抬着。
I always think about that
我总是想到这个，
because this terminology is used often in the Bible.
因为这样的词汇啊，在圣经里常常用到。
The idolater has a God that he must carry.
拜偶像的人必须要抬扛他们的神，
But we have a God that carries us.
但我们的神托住我们，抬
He
着
doesn't
我们，
just carry us,
不仅抬着我们而已，
carries all of us.
乃是托住我们一切所有的人。
And not only carries us, sustains all the universe
不仅是托住我们，而且用他右手托住全世界，整个
without
宇宙，
even breaking a sweat.
而且不会出汗，不会费劲儿。
He says they cannot walk.
这里讲到他们不能行走，
Do not fear them.
你们不要怕他，
They can do no harm.
他不能降祸，
They can do no good.
也无力降福。
But then look at verses 6 and 7.
好，再看6到7节。
There's none like you, O Lord. You are great, and great is your name and might. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? Indeed, it is your due.
耶和
For
华
among all the wise men of the nations and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you.
第6、第7，耶和华没有能比你的，你本为大，有大能大力的名，万国的王啊，谁不敬畏你？敬畏你本是合一的，因为在列国的智慧人中，虽有政权的尊荣，也不能比你。
It's sad. We don't have time to go there.
我没有时间细讲啊，
But in
可惜。
Psalms 115,
在诗篇115篇
it says something very, very important.
也讲到一些很重要的事。
We'll just,
我们
in
快快
verse 8,
115第8节，
it says, Those who make idols will become like them.
第8节讲到，凡造他的要和他一样。
Those who listen to the world
那些听列国话的人
will become like the world.
也会像列国一样。
Those who have idols like the world
那些有世界的偶像的人
will become like those idols.
也会跟他们的偶像一样，下
What
场一
does
样。
that mean?
这意味着什么？
They will become vain,
他们一切所做都是虚空的、虚无的，
empty,
是空的、没意义的、
useless,
没有价值的。
nothing but wood for the fire.
做的一切都是要被烧的柴火而已。
We have such a glorious God
我们有这样一位荣耀的上帝，
who gave his son to die for the sins of his people.
他赐下他独生子为他的百姓的罪而死，
And through that death,
借着他的死，
he proved to be righteous and merciful.
他显明自己是公义的，也是蛮有
And
怜
on the
悯
third
的。
day, he was raised from
第
the
3
dead.
天，他从死里复活了，
He ascended to the right hand of God,
升
his
到
son,
父神宝座的右边。
and he is powerful to save.
他大有能力，他可以拯救，蛮有大能。
No matter what happens,
不论发生任何事，他都可以拯救。
no matter what happens,
任何事，
I'm still human,
我还是个人而已，
and I probably still will be afraid.
我可能还会害怕，
But I will know this:
但我知道一点，
there's no reason to be.
我没必要害怕，
There's no justification for my fear
我没有理由继续害怕，
or for my worry,
或者任何的担心挂虑，没有理由，
because my God
因为我的神
is the God
是独一的
who
真神，
reigns in heaven
他在天上掌管万有，
and who gave his son for my good.
他赐下他的独生子，为了我的益处。
What can separate me from the love of God?
有什么能够使我与神的大爱隔绝？没有
And,
任
and
何
my
事情。
desire is that you would know
我的心
God
愿是，你可以真认识神，
through his son,
借着他的儿子，
through faith.
借着信心，
Don't cast this book behind you,
不要把这本书置之脑后，
for it is a lamp unto your feet and
因
a
为这
light
是
unto
我
your
们
path.
脚前的灯，路上的光。
Not just to know how to walk to this world,
不
through
仅
this
仅
world,
不仅仅借这本书在世上行走做事而已，
but how to find the way to heaven,
而且找到进天国的道路。
which is a person,
这是一位
Jesus Christ our Lord.
独一的真神，我们的主耶稣基督。